If you take, we can take one approach, one method. Say in different books you may find different methods. In different books you may find different methods. We are taking one method, one systematic approach in which we can draw the Lewis structures comfortably by getting number of lone pair, bond pair on atoms, and even calculation of formal charges on the atoms. Like we just taken molecules, तो वहाँ पे charge था नहीं यहाँ पे, so there is no problem. But if you have ions, carbonatine, nitratine or other structures, so when we have charges on the atoms, then how to find formal charges? So we will take one systematic approach, one more approach, one method is there for drawing the Lewis dot structures or Lewis octet structures. So how we draw here? We can take first, we determine the value of, we take step 1. We determine some values, some numbers. What is that numbers? Determination of N1, N2, N3 and N4. They are taken 4 hypothetical numbers. They are taken 4 N1, N2, N3, N4 hypothetical numbers. We are just comparing with the noble gas. So first, how to find N1 value? N1 basically giving the total number of valence electron available from all the atoms. So how to find N1? It is total number of valence electrons of all the atoms. Of all the atoms plus, if you have anions, so add negative charge in anions case, or if you have cation, to subtract positive charge. If you have anions, to add negative charge, or cation, then subtract positive charge on the ions or molecules given. It is N1. N1 basically giving the total number of electron available of the valence shell. Remember, only the valence shell electrons will take part in chemical bond formation reactions, but not the inner core electrons. Inner core will remain intact. Only valence shell. What is valence electrons? Electrons of the outermost shell. Electrons of the outermost shell will be called as valence electrons. They are the electrons only which can take part in bonding, not the inner core electrons. So we first find the value of N1. Then we find value of N2. What is N2? N2 is one number. N2 is one number which can be taken as if suppose the elements do not require any kind of bond formation. Then they should have how many electrons? N2 with the it is 2 into number of hydrogen atoms plus 8 into number of other atoms. Hydrogen can have noble gas configuration by having 2 electrons, while other elements can have noble gas configuration by having 8 electrons. So N2 basically is one number which can give, it gives or signify the total number of electrons that should be available. That should be available if there is no need of bond formation. If there is no need of bond formation. This number can be taken as N2. But what happens? N2 is more, N1 is less. Elements which are having electron available are not equal to noble gas, they are less in number. So what happens? Difference taken of these two values, we take N3, N3 will be taken N2 minus N1. N2 minus N1, and then you can take number of bonds. It can be taken N3 by 2. This N3 will signify number of electrons which are shared. Number of can take a simple way, bonding electrons. Since N2 is more, N1 is less, so the remaining electrons, what should happen to them? This difference of N2 minus N1 will be giving the number of electrons which are shared or which are forming bonds. among themselves so that elements can have complete octet. This n3 gives number of bonding electrons. And then we take n4. What n4 signify or gives? n4 is taken, देखिए आपके n1 were the electron available. n1 क्या है? Total number of electron available in the valence shell. और n3 क्या है? Number of bonding electrons. Means इतने जो difference यहाँ पर है इन दो का, that is used in bond formation. But they are more in number. So what happen? n4 can be taken as n1 minus n3, and this give the number of n4 give the number of non-bonding electrons. This non-bonding electrons give rise to what? They give the number of lone pairs. Number of lone pairs total available. It is n4 by 2. So it is step 1 in drawing the lowest dot structures of a molecule. We first predict the values n1, n2, n3, n4. ये अपन निकालेंगे इसमें. After this calculation of these values n1, n2, n3, n4, number of bonds and number of lone pairs, what we do second? After calculation is n1, n2, n3, n4, number of bonds, number of lone pairs, the next step taken is calculation of or determination of central atom. Now take step 2 taken here is identification of central atom. If we have molecules having more than atoms of more than one elements, so in that case one atom is central atom around which remaining atoms are arranged. So how to identify central atom? This atom is normally the atoms less in number. It is less in number. The most common feature will be taken central atom, or generally less electronegative atom, or we can take atom capable to form more number of bonds will be taken as central atom. It is less in number. Simple. अगर आपको दिया suppose carbonate ion CO3 2 minus, then 1 carbon 3 oxygen, तो carbon will be taken central atom. And also compared to that oxygen, carbon is less electronegative, or compared to oxygen, carbon can form 4 number of bonds, O cannot form 4 bonds. So in either case we can see the points, the atoms less in number, or the atom which is less electronegative, or the atom capable to form more number of bonds to be taken as central atom. That atom to be taken as central atom. I hope it's clear. After selection of central atom, we take step 3, arrangement of bond pairs and lone pairs. Around central atom or other atoms, we place lone pairs and bond pairs so that atoms can have complete octet. We place the electrons lone pair or bond pair around central atom so that atoms can have complete octet. Then you can take step 4. Determination of formal charge. Determination of formal charge of each atom. This point is required especially when we take some ions which are having covalent bond with other elements like carbonate, nitrite, nitrate, in which the atoms can have formal charge. So that is step 4, determination of formal charge. How this formal charge will be calculated? इसके लिए तो रिलेशन होता है फॉर्मल चार्ज के लिए. This formal charge can be taken for each atom. It is for each atom we have to find will be equal to number of valence electrons of the atom concerned minus number of bonds plus number of non-bonding electrons. Formal charge for each atom separately we can predict by this relation. After putting the central atom, arranging around central atom lone pair and bond pair, then for each atom we determine formal charge by this formula. If formal charge for each atom we will predict separately will be equal to number of valence electrons of the atom minus number of bonds plus number of non-bonding electrons will be taken as formal charge for each atom. Will be taken as formal charge for each atom. So after this steps here we can get the Lewis dot structures of the molecules or ions given to us. Let's try to apply this example. I will explain to you by example of, let's say, some 2-3 examples. Then you will practice some example later on. The next one can be taken here. Examples of this Lewis octet theory. If I take example suppose taken for you is, first we take HCN molecule. HCN. Let us take first molecule then ion. So first we take HCN molecule. What is value of N1? In N1 we have hydrogen, 1 electron in valence shell, plus carbon having valence shell 4 electrons, plus nitrogen having valence shell 5 electrons. It is total number of valence electrons of all the atoms. This number will be how much of N? 1, 10. Then what is N2 value? If there is no need of bond formation, then the atom should have how many electrons? So 2 into number of hydrogen atom 1. 8 into number of other atoms, 1 carbon, 1 nitrogen, 2 atoms. 1 carbon, 1 nitrogen, 2 atoms. That is how much? 16 plus 2, 18. That means what is N3? Difference. N2 minus N1, 8. That gives number of bonds or bond pairs will be how much? 8 by 2, 4. We should have 4 bonds or bonding electron pair. And N4 is what? N1 electron available minus N3. N3 is 8. That means N4 is 2. So what is number of lone pairs? It is number of non-bonding electron. What is N4? N4 is number of non-bonding electrons. 2 by 2 is 1. So after this determination you can take here as per common rule which atom can form, which atom can be taken central atom. So carbon will be taken central atom because carbon is able to form more bonds easily than nitrogen. So if it is taken in HCN you can take carbon central atom, then we have one atom hydrogen and the other atom nitrogen. Now we have how many total number of bonds? 4. So C and H can have single bond. C and H can have only single bond because hydrogen cannot form more than one bond. But nitrogen can form 3 bonds. So you can draw 3 bonds between carbon and nitrogen because total bonds are 4. 1 bond here. So these 2 atoms should have 3 bonds, or we have it triple bond between 2 atoms. And now after this, now we place lone pair. We place lone pair on different atoms so that atoms can have complete octet. If it is carbon है, हाइड्रोजन में 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन होंगे, ऑलरेडी कंप्लीट हो गया, नोबल गैस कॉन्फ़िगरेशन. कार्बन है 1 2 3 4 bonds. 4 bond means 8 electrons. So C also have complete octet. Now nitrogen, it has 3 bonds means 6 electrons. So nitrogen should have 1 lone pair. This can be taken the Lewis dot structure. This can be written in dot form. This one here, hydrogen, carbon, nitrogen. Hydrogen will form single electron sharing. This will form 3 electron, this 6 electron share. As a whole, after sharing of carbon, carbon will have as a whole means you can take for nitrogen this one here. ऐसे कर लीजिए इसको. Nitrogen have complete octet 6 plus 2 8. C will have 6 plus 2 8 electrons. So this can be taken Lewis dot structure of HCl molecule. That C and H share 2 electrons. C and N will share 6 electron total. So as your carbon have complete octet, nitrogen also will have complete octet after electron sharing. I hope it is clear. Now next example you can take will be your carbonate ion. Now this example you first try yourself. Ion taken is carbonate. Now in this ion carbonate we again find all the values. Like first find the value of N1. Let us first find N1 values. Carbon have valence shell 4 electrons, 3 oxygen, 3 into 6 per atom oxygen. They have got 6 electrons in valence shell. So 3 atom oxygen have 3 into 6 plus if you have anion add minus charge. This number become how much? 18 plus 2 20 24 हो गया. What is N2? 2 into hydrogen atom 0. Total atom 4 into 8 become 32. What is N3? N3 is what? Number of bonding electrons difference. 32 minus 24 is 8. So number of bonds or bond pairs can be taken how much? 8 by 2 become 4. Then N4 is how much? N4 can be taken difference of N1 minus N3. 24 minus 8 16. So we'll give rise to number of lone pairs. How much? 16 by 2 8. So first we have to find the value of N1 N2 N3 N4. Have you got the value of N1 N2 N3 N4? Now if it is taken the result from here that in carbonate ion we have number of bonds 4 and number of lone pairs, I'm writing short term LP as lone pair 8. In the next question come selection of central atom. If which atom can be taken central atom in the given ion carbonate? तो definitely carbon हमने क्या बोला था? Atoms less in number. एक कार्बन है 3 ऑक्सीजन है तो कार्बन एक 1 तो कार्बन टू बी टेकन central atom. Around carbon we arrange 3 oxygen atoms. So we have carbon less number or also can take other point. Carbon is less electronegative than oxygen. Or can take carbon can form more number of bonds than oxygen. So different concepts they give same result. That in the ion carbonate the carbon atom to be taken as central atom. Now when we take carbon as central atom, around carbon we place 3 oxygen atom. तो 3 जो बॉन्ड तो होंगे इसमें. टोटल बॉन्ड्स आर हाउ मेनी 4. You can write 1 bond as double bond, 3 bond single, 2 bond remaining single bonds because your total bonds 4. So 1 you make double bond and 2 single bonds. Now after drawing this on the atom you place lone pairs. By observation you can place lone pair on different atoms so that atoms can have complete octet. If you take carbon have already complete octet. Carbon have 4 bonds means complete octet. Now coming oxygen left side, it have 2 bond means 4 electrons, so we'll have 2 lone pair. This will have single bond means 2 electrons, so we'll have 6 electron more required. Again this oxygen similarly, we'll have 6 electrons or 3 lone pairs. So total we have how many lone pairs? 8 lone pairs. 3 plus 3 6 plus 2 8 lone pairs have been placed. Now after placing lone pairs and bond pair around central atom, now we take calculation of formal charge. So how do we find formal charge for each atom? If it is taken for carbon first, What is formal charge? Fc is formal charge. कितना आएगा कार्बन का? Carbon's number of valence electron 4. Formula already was given to you. How to find formal charge? Number of valence electrons minus number of bonds minus number of non-bonding electrons which are 0. So as a whole, carbon has no formal charge. 0 we don't write. That carbon has no 0 charge means no need of writing carbon's formal charge 0. हो गया. Then for oxygen atoms we have 3 oxygen atoms. 2 are identical, 1 is different. So if I take first, I am suppose writing numbering on the atoms. It is taken, let's say oxygen number 1. It is 2. They are identical, so I am writing 2 and 2 each. They are identical, so I am writing 2 each. So if we take for oxygen number 1, for first numbering oxygen, what is formal charge? See, oxygen having valence shell how many electrons? 6. Minus it have got how many bonds? 2. It have how many non-bonding electrons? 4. That's come how much? 0. So this oxygen number 1 have no formal charge, 0 formal charge. So no need of writing anything. If I take for oxygen number 2, second oxygen, what is formal charge? Again oxygen have in valence shell 6 electrons minus 1 bond minus 6 electrons non-bonding will be minus 1. This O and this O are identical, so for these two oxygen atoms they have equal negative 1 charge, so minus 1 each we can write. Your 2 oxygen atoms which are having single bonds and 3 lone pairs will carry negative 1 charge each, while this oxygen which have 2 bonds or double bond and 2 lone pairs will have 0 formal charge. This can be taken the structure of carbonatine as per the Lewis dot structure. This structure I can also write in one more way. Carbon will share 2 electrons with second oxygen atom this side, and one side will share 1 electron, and then O will have negative 1 formal charge because it is extra electron coming on oxygen. This was having no charge. If it is taken sharing of electron, 2 electron each, O have complete octet, carbon also will have complete octet, this way. So this can be taken Lewis dot structure of carbonatine. So it is a systematic method in which without memorizing so many things you can draw the Lewis structure easily. आप क्या करेंगे पहले स्टेप में N1 निकालिए, N2 निकालिए, N3 N4 निकालिए. N3 आपको क्या देगा? नंबर ऑफ बॉन्डिंग इलेक्ट्रॉन्स, तो आपका निकलेगा वहां से नंबर ऑफ बॉन्ड्स. N3/4 करके निकाला हमने था. फिर हम निकालते हैं नंबर ऑफ नॉन बॉन्डिंग इलेक्ट्रॉन्स, वो क्या देगा आपको? लोन पेयर्स. फिर करना आपको सिलेक्शन ऑफ सेंट्रल एटम, सेलेक्ट सेंट्रल एटम को, प्लेस अदर एटम्स, देन पुट द bonds and the lone pairs on each atom so that each atom can have complete octet, and then you find formal charge. Formal charge you should determine for each atom separately. Okay, that is an example taken here. Let us take next question. Now you try next questions, like you draw Lewis structures, dot structures for NO2 minus, nitrate ion, CO2, NH4 plus, PCl3, H2O plus. Now draw these structures for these ions or molecules. You draw the Lewis dot structure yourself. Now coming on solution part for each bit here, we can take, let us take first here NO2 minus. In NO2 minus, what is N1 value? Nitrogen valence shell 5 electrons plus 2 atom oxygen, 2 into 6 plus 1. That number become how much? 18. What is N2 here? 2 into 0 for hydrogen plus 3 atom total into 6, 18. Sorry, it is 6 3 into 8, 24. It is 2 into number of hydrogen atom plus 8 into number of other atoms, which are we have only 3 atom, 1 nitrogen, 2 oxygen. So 3 into 8, 24. 24. Then what is difference? N3 will be how much here? Difference 24 minus 18, 6. So we'll have from here number of bonds 3. Then N4 is how much here? N1 minus N3, that is coming 12, 18 minus 6. So we'll have lone pairs from here, total 12 by 2, 6 lone pairs. Now, but obviously take here nitrogen will be taken as central atom around which you can arrange oxygen atoms. We have 2 oxygen but 3 bonds. 3 bonds means we should have 1 double bond. And now place lone pairs. O have 2 bond means 4 electrons. It need to have 2 more lone pairs. Nitrogen have got 3 bonds, so 6 electrons. We have 1 lone pair. Oxygen second one, which has single covalent bond, need to have 3 lone pairs. And then we can find formal charge. Like previous case, this O have 0, N again have 0. This O will carry -1 formal charge. Nitride and O will have -1 formal charge. Now next one can be taken here. Nitrate ion. In nitrate ion similarly you can take here, after calculation of N1, 4 atoms means nitrogen, 5 electron plus 3 into 6, 18 plus 5 plus 1, 24, N2 is 32, N3 become in this case 8, so bonds become here 4, and 4 is here how much? Difference 16, so we'll have lone pairs 8. Again nitrogen we can take central atom, place 3 oxygen atom around nitrogen, then place lone pairs. First place bonds, 4 bonds. That means out of 3 oxygen, 1 oxygen will form double bond and 2 remaining oxygen will form single bonds. And now place lone pairs. N has complete octet, will not have lone pair. This O will have 2 lone pair, this O will have 3 lone pairs. And then formal charge calculation, nitrogen have +1 formal charge. This O will have -1, this O will have -1 formal charge. That is how we can draw formal charge of the atoms. You can find formal charge. First calculate, then put the values of formal charge on the atoms. I hope it is clear. बहुत simple examples हैं. अगला है CO2 molecule. In CO2 molecule we can take N1 value how much? Nitrogen have 4 electron in valence shell plus 2 oxygen will be how much? 16. N2 will be 3 into 8, no oxygen and no hydrogen, 24. So N3 will be how much here? 24 minus 16, 8. Bonds will be here 4. So carbon, you can take the N4 value will be how much? 16 minus 8, 8. Lone pairs 8. Sorry, 8 by 2, 4. Then carbon to be taken central atom, two oxygen atom as other atoms. From here we have 4 bonds, that means both are double bonds. Place lone pair, carbon have complete octet, will have no lone pair, but O will have, each O will have 2 lone pair. That is CO2, or CO2 can be drawn this way also. One oxygen, second oxygen, each will have 6 electrons in the valence shell. Then carbon will share 2 electrons each. And then we can take, carbon can have complete octet. That is how we can take for CO2 molecule the Lewis dot structure. Then you take ammonium ion. Now ammonium ion you can draw. Yourself now using same rules. Again, it is cations. I will explain to you for example in NH4 plus. How to find N1 value? Number of valence electron of all the atoms. Nitrogen 5 electron in valence shell. Per atom hydrogen 1 electron, so 4 atom hydrogen. 4 into 1. Cation to subtract positive charge. N1 will come 8. What is N2 here? N2 will come number of 2 into number of hydrogen atoms. 4 hydrogen plus 8 into number of other atoms. 1 nitrogen number is how much here? 16. So what is N3? 16 minus 8? 8. So bonds will be how much here? 4. N4 is how much? N1 minus N3? 0. Lone pair 0. In ammonium ion, no atom will have lone pair. So if you draw Lewis dot structure, I can draw here 4 hydrogen, nitrogen to be taken central atom, and then calculation of formal charge. Only nitrogen in this case will have +1 formal charge. We can draw this way or can draw this way also. If I draw otherwise, N this way, hydrogen have complete duplet. Each hydrogen have duplet, 2 electrons. Whereas nitrogen will have complete octet. And then nitrogen have +1 formal charge because nitrogen have 5 electrons, only 4 visible to you, so will have +1 formal charge. Are you clear? If it is cation, first find the value by subtracting cationic charge, plus charge. If it is anion, then anions add negative charge, in cations subtract positive charge to get the value of N1. Now next can be taken 2 more examples remaining, PCl3 and H3O+. Now next it is PCl3. If you take PCl3, phosphorus has in valence shell 5 electrons. So we can find N1, N2, N3 previous case and then can draw chlorine have 7 electrons. It is PCl3, Lewis dot structure, or we can draw this way. Now next it is H3O plus. have plus 1 charge, or we can write this way also. Here O will have complete octet by sharing of electrons, and hydrogen have duplet, and O will have plus 1 formal charge as well. It is H2O plus, the Lewis dot structure. I hope it is clear. So we have seen this theory we can apply in systematic approach, systematic way also, to draw the structures, to draw Lewis dot structures. Now in this theory, the too much stress is given on the completion of octet of all the atoms or most of the atoms. But that we have several examples where the atoms can have more than 8 electrons or can have less than 8 electrons. They are also existing. As per this theory, they should be unstable. The molecules in which the central atom is having less than 8 electrons or more than 8 electrons should be unstable, because this theory is saying that completion of octet is the only criteria for bond formation or for electron sharing, because then the atoms can have noble gas configuration, because complete octet means noble gas core. Noble gas core means stable configuration. But we have several examples. This can be taken as drawbacks. Some drawbacks are there for this theory. So what we have drawbacks? We can have several examples where atoms have more than 8 electrons. Atoms have more than 8 electrons. We call them hypervalent or having superoctet. We can have several molecules in which the central atom can have more than 8 electrons. We call them hypervalent or having superoctet. Example taken like PCl5, SF6, IF7, in which 7 central atom is having, let's say in this case in PCl5, if you draw the structure, we can draw this way here. Phosphorus can share all 5 electrons with 5 chlorine atoms. So in this case, when we take each chlorine have complete octet, no issue in this. But when you take phosphorus, will have 5 bonds, or phosphorus will have in this case 10 electrons. So in this case, phosphorus will share all 5 electrons and form 5 bonds with 5 chlorine atoms. So phosphorus have 10 electrons, chlorine have 8 electrons. It's okay. But you can take again SF6 molecules, sulfur will have 12 electrons. In IF7, iodine will have 14 electrons. So we have several examples where central atom can have more than 8 electrons. Sometime in the exam you get question that among the following, which of them can be hypervalent or having superoctet. उसका meaning क्या होता है? The atoms are not obeying this theory, or some atoms will have in them more than 8 electrons, commonly central atom. More than 8 electrons. Such molecules in which central atom is having more than 8 electrons, we call them as hypervalent molecules or having superoctet. That is one drawback. Now at the same time we can have several other molecules in which central atom is having less than 8 electrons, but they are also well-known compounds and existing and are stable. So next can be taken molecules which are having molecules in which central atom is having less than 8 electrons. Second drawback we can write here for atoms having less than 8 electrons. We call them hypovalent. hypovalent. When central atom is having less than 8 electrons, in some molecules we call such molecules as hypovalent. Exam you get question कि selection of hypovalent and hypervalent. So hyper means more than 8 electrons. Hypovalent means atoms having less than 8 electrons. So this can be taken example here of atom having less than 8 electrons. BeCl2, BCl3, BF3. If you take in BeCl2, beryllium will have only 2 bonds, no non-bonding electrons. So beryllium will have in this case 4 electrons. In this case, boron will have 6 electrons because of 3 covalent bonds. Again same, in BCl3 or BF3 molecules, boron is having 6 electrons, and in BeCl2 beryllium is having 4 electrons. This can be the cases where the central atom is having less than 8 electrons. We call them hypovalent species. And next can be taken drawback, odd electron molecules. Odd electron molecules. We have several molecules in which the total number of electrons is odd. In that case, we can never make the electron to have complete octet in any case by any arrangement. Example of molecules can be taken like NO2 molecule, ClO2 molecule. There are some example in which the total number of electrons is odd. Total number of electrons is odd. When we have total number of electrons are odd, we cannot make them to have lone pair or bond pair, and in such case, all the atoms can never have complete octet. So there are again drawbacks of this theory. Now one more drawback can be taken. It can tell only electron distribution. It can tell only about electronic distribution around central atom, which can form bonds, or other electrons distribution on other atoms, so that all the atoms can have complete octets. But about geometry of the molecule, it says nothing. It does not give shape, does not explain or give the shape of molecules. Shape or geometry, about that it is silent. So there are some drawbacks of this Lewis octet theory. If you know the question suppose given to you, you know the direct structure, you can draw structure directly. But in case if you are given unknown molecule or ions, for them you can apply this approach which I given to you. But in the exam, write only answer. Okay, that is this theory taken Lewis octet theory. Now this drawback is there. One is shape of molecule not explained. So the shape of molecules can be explained by using our next theory, which is called as valence shell electron pair repulsion theory. Let us come next theory.